So, Toy Story 3, a perfect cap to the beloved Toy Story franchise. Signed, sealed, delivered, it's over. Let's make another one. Why not? So, I was really worried going into Toy Story 4. They ended it really well with Toy Story 3, and it was just like a perfect trilogy, and you don't get many of those nowadays, and it's just a perfect send-off for all the characters that we loved and movies that I grew up watching. It was just great. So, when I heard that they were doing Toy Story 4, it's like, Disney doesn't necessarily mess up movies a lot, save some live action remakes recently. Yeah, I was worried that they were going to be bringing back all these characters that we had a pretty great ending for. Also, with all the marketing, I thought the marketing for this movie was kind of crappy. I didn't find myself really getting excited for Toy Story, and it's like, this is Toy Story. We should all be excited for it. Thankfully, this movie is way better than any of the marketing led it on to be. First off, just the animation by itself is worth the price of a ticket. There are so many shots in this movie that just look so great. There's like some great water sequences in the rain that are just like look fantastic. Also, all of the lighting in the movie looked awesome. There were a lot of great places where they used backlighting for the characters and just had kind of like this glow around the outside of their faces, and it just like really made them stand out in a really stylistic way. And I thought it was really cool how they could create this sort of style in this animation, and also with just all the lighting in the movie. There were like some chandeliers that just looked awesome, or there were lamps that looked great, or light bulbs. It just like looked really, really cool and very, very special in all the animation that we see nowadays. There were also some cool characters that were added into the Toy Story franchise, like Forky. That was one that I was not really excited for, but once I found out that it was being voiced by Tony Hale from Arrested Development, hey brother.
Oh, hey brother.
That was amazing. I thought that was like perfect casting for what they wanted to do with it. And, that's one of my favorite shows, and I just thought that they nailed it. All the parts with Forky were hilarious. We also all love Key and Peele, so they show up in this movie as Ducky and Bunny, and they're really hilarious throughout the movie as well. They've just got some really great scenes with Buzz. And also Keanu Reeves as the Canadian stunt bike man toy. Duke Kaboom. That was like so great. I thought it was perfect. They really rebranded Bo Peep. She wasn't really in Toy Story 3, I don't believe, at all, but they brought her back into this movie, and they made sure to give her all the screen time that they could, and they also rebranded her as sort of like an action hero, which I didn't completely hate. I just thought that they do kind of what Disney does sometimes, and they just kind of fold a little bit on the character and try to go like too much into like this independent, strong woman character thing. And I think that at times it just does disservice to the characters around them and just slightly makes them unlikable. I like Bo Peep generally in the movie, but I just thought that there were some instances where they underdelivered with all that she could have been, but I'll get more into that in my spoiler review. And also because we're spending a lot of time in this movie with Bo Peep and a lot of time with Woody, we get cut out of a lot of time with our characters that we come to like a lot, all the other friends behind him, like Jesse, Bullseye, Ham, Slinky, Rex, Buzz Lightyear. We just get a lot less of those characters and a lot more of like Woody and Bo and a lot of new characters as well. That's something that you kind of have to give up when you're putting together a movie, is like, how are we going to allocate screen time? We have a lot of characters. We got to decide how to do this. And this movie focuses a lot on Woody and Bo Peep. That's just how it goes. I also did really like the antagonist of the movie. She was really, really intimidating, and like her henchmen dolls, who were like these puppet things that like walked around super weird. I thought that they were really great in the movie. They're super intimidating. I didn't like the antagonist for the entirety of the movie, though. I will say they did kind of fumble it a little bit at the end, in my opinion, just in how they sort of moved through the ending. I won't give anything away, but I think you'll understand if you watch the movie where I'd be like, huh? But yet another thing that I'll discuss in my spoiler review. In the grand scheme of things, should they have probably left it at Toy Story 3? Maybe, I think that it was a really good thing how they ended it, but this movie is also really, really enjoyable. I liked it a lot, and I'm going to give Toy Story 4 an 8 out of 10. So yeah, go see Toy Story 4. I liked it a lot. I do have some like minor concerns with like the themes of the story. I'm going to be doing a spoiler review, so check that out. That'll be coming after this. But If you would like to, I would like you to. Please subscribe, press the like button, leave a comment below. I'll answer any questions you guys have or whatever you thought about the movie. Just let me know, and I'll be releasing my spoiler review very soon. Check out some of my other videos. I'll see you guys next time.